Incendio! Try out this one!
Incendio! Real quick, stand down easy! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio!
Tego! Confringo!
Are you even trying? Incendio!
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Protego! Perhaps you ought to... Incendio! Confringo!
Leviosa!
Confringo! Get that! Protego!
Expelliarmus! Leviosa!
I shall kill you for this when I get down! No! So very weak. Thought you had me.
Stupid! Simplify! Leviosa! Protego! Confringo! Incendio! Expel! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Leviosa! Alto!
Circle but loop.
Revelio!
Circle but lumos. Util. Depulse. Triangle button. Depulso. Accio. R2 button. Hold to assign.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Circle but lumos. Circle but lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark areas or solve puzzles. Levioso. Control. Reparo. Utility. Disillusionment. Wingardium Leviosa. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle but R2 but.
Wingardium Leviosa!
You've had too much fire whiskey if you think you can outdo my take. Hardly carry the sack on that lot. It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft. Oh. If it isn't Nora Treadwell's guardian... You may want... Someone get me down! No, too harsh.
Circle but lumos. Utility R2 but Leviath R2 but.
I want to sleep. Stop! Marvelous! What's that? Where'd it go?
Closer. Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo.
Nothing.
Expelliarmus.
Marvelous strike! You may want to move. 'Twasn't nothing. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Confringo.
Oh, next time.
Try again. Your journey has ended. Exit to restart from load game. Restart from last check. Restart from last.
It seems we may have an You!
Someone's going to regret.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Loud as a troll you are.
Leviosa.
Someone get me!
Closer.
Running home! I get him!
Closer. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio.
Oh, too hard. Marvelous strike!
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Where did it go?
Tiger! Confringo! A pot! Yeah, that's what you got! Oh!
Stupefy.
You'll pay for that!
No.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Who's this you? Potato!
You'll need to be quick.
Reducto! Confringo!
Incendio!
Yeah. Reducto!
Tego. Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. What do you have in store for me this time?
Cross button. Crossbar.
We go.
I'll think about it. What did you hear about the...
What were the
I'll think about it.
Very well.
I'll say it again.
Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Revelio.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Can't do that here.
Map, Hogsmeade. Collection chests. 0 out of 5. Fluflane's location, the map chamber. Hogsmeade. Collection chests. 0 out of 5. The Old Fool. World map, Dogweed and Deathcap. A plant shop for all, cross button. Remove waypoint.
Incendio! Lumos.
Your gear slots are full. Complete Merlin trial challenges to increase your gear slot capacity, or sell excess gear at vendors.
Reparo.
Have a look around. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Dogwood, venomous tentaculus, Chinese chomping cabbage, fertilizer. A nutrient-rich compost that can be added to plants to increase their...
Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Crossbutt.
most kind.
Hello, be with you in a bit.
The magic neep. Mallow sweet seed. Not grass seed. Fluckweed seed. Unlocks the ability to...
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Circle but Lumos. Level 22. Quests. Follow the butterflies. Brothers Keeper. Professor Garlix's The Map Chamber. Evar's I've Maneuver. The Daedalian. Evar's I've Maneuver. The Daedalian. Flight Test. Coast of Our Life. Follow the Brothers Keep. The Map Chamber. Professor Garlix's Cross button. Untrack quest. Circle button. Back. Level. Inventory. Shrivel Figs. The Magic Neep. Fluckweed Seed. Unlocks the ability to grow fluckweed, not grass,
Now, you
fertilizer.
let me know if there's anything else I can
A
help you with.
nutrient-rich compost that can be added to plants to increase...
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Map. Hogsmeade. Collection chest. Quests. Map. Hogsmeade. Collection. Flue Flames location. Secret rooms. The room of requirement. Potting table. Small planter. Empty. Dittany. The mandrake. Not grass. Mallow sweet. Shrivel fig. Chinese fluckweed. A tall plant that produces stems used in the focus potion. Fluckweed seeds can be purchased from the magic neep. Must be grown in large pots. Growth time. 15 meters 00s. Plant size. Conjuration. Small scientific herbal, botanical pot, medium potting, large potting table, botanical potting table with 2 large pots. A botanical potting table, scientific potting, but eclectic potting, Gothic potting table with 2 large pots. A Gothic potting table perfect for growing 2 plants requiring large pot. Moonstone. 312 out of 30. Potting table budget. 6 out of 7. Conjured. Purchased from Tomes and Scrolls. Wall hangings. Map. Flue Flames locations. Quests. Map. Flue Flames locations. Hogsmeade. Collection. Zonko's Joke Shop. A joke and trick shop with a selection of pranking delights that include biting teacups, inflate the 3 broomsticks. The 3 broomsticks. Tomes and Scrolls. Ollivanders. Tomes and Scrolls. Tomes and Scrolls. A specialty bookshop with wares that fulfill the promise of its name. Cross button. Tomes and Scroll. Cross button. South Hogsmeade.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
Tomes and potting table with 3 small pots. Spellcraft. Unlocks potting table with 5 small pots spellcraft. Medium potion station spell. T-shaped potion station spell. Potting table with 3 medium pots spell. Potting table with 2 material refiner spellcraft. Potting table with a large pot spellcraft. Potting table with 2 large pots. Duncomposter spellcraft. Shopping station spell. Beast toy box spellcraft. Beast feeder spellcraft. Hopping pot spellcraft. Material refined. Potting table with a large pot. Potting table with 3 medium pots spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a Druid Wolf Cape. Kraken Cloak. Extraordinary. Required level 19. A whimsical sorcerer hat. Extraordinary. Required level 21. Indigo sorcerer hat. Forest rivet. Plaid blazer school uniform. Well appointed. Cold Dragonite spect. Embroidered casual uniform. Solar protection goggles. Cold Dragonite spectacles. Solar protection goggles. Spring ivy scarf. Legendary. Druid wolf cape. Whimsical sorcerer hat. Forest tartan scarf. Well, competitive. Sleek burgundy Quidditch gloves. Whimsical tartan casual school uniform. Well, Druid wolf cape. Red plaid garb. Druid wolf cape. Royal maroon coat. Druid wolf cape. Chopping state. Potting table with a large pot. Potting table with 3 medium pots spellcraft. Potting table with 3 medium pots spellcraft. Potting table with a medium pot spellcraft. Hopping pot spellcraft. Material refiners. Potting table with a large pot spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a table with potting table.
Like
sell items.
Just the right thing, is there?
Potting table with sell Druid competitive school robe. Superb.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Map. Hogsmeade. Collection check. Hogwarts map. Gear. Level 22. Cloaks and robes appear. Merlin's cloak. Classic ochre cloak. Crepuscular cape. An extraordinary cape that appears like a cloak of shadows, rippling with mysterious magic. Crossbuttons. Equipped item. Traditional school robe. Outfit. Decorous vest school uniform. A rose riding attire. An extraordinary ensemble. Rustic garb. A rose ride. Equipped item. Diamond debonair ensemble. A superb ensemble. Embroidered jumper school uniform. A well-appointed school unit. Plaid common Victorian garb. Neckwear appearance. Collections. Silver. Neapolitan. Silver scarf. A superb scarf of silver, earned for surviving the harrowing Highland teal clock forest ivy scarf. A superb green scarf. Pinstriped scarf. Loosened house emblem scarf. Loosened house emblem scarf. A superb house scarf, decorated with your house mascot, worn house emblem scarf. A well-appointed loosened house emblem scarf. Spring cloaks and robes. Equipped item. Trifecta school robe. Well appointed. Required level 3. Offense. Facewear. Handwear appearance. Collections. Square button. Reset forest rivet gloves. Elf made black leather charms professor Hogwarts regalia gloves. A pair of gloves for the stalwart explorer of Hogwarts. Facewear appearance. Circular tapes. Cold rimmed circular spectacle. Cold rimmed charm. Equipped beaked skull mask. A mask resembling the skull of some beaked beast to inspire. Mermaid mask. Equipped item. Beaked skull mask. A mask resembling the skull of some beaked beast to inspire terror in your enemies. Cross button. Reset appearance. Mermaid mask. Solar protection goggles. A well-appointed pair of oval, tinted goggles to keep the sun out of your eyes. Cross button. Change appearance. Cloaks and robes. Equipped item. Trifecta school robe. Well appointed. Flying neckwear. Cloaks and robes. Equipped facewear appearance. Collections. Square button. Reset silver half rim. Asylum mask. Cold rim. Mermaid mask. A mermaid mask. For what? Silk neckwear. Equipped item. Silver scarf. Superb. Required level. 11. Offense. 19. Defense. No upgrades apply. Level. 22.
Revelio.
I heard someone finally caught.
Circle but Lumos. Accio. Triangle button. A subtra R2 button.
Confringo.
Map, the Highlands. Hogsmeade, South Hogwarts region. Cross button. Quests. Map. Merlin, South Hogsmeade. Collection check, South Hogwarts region. Floo Flames locations. Secret rooms. Room of potting table. Small planter. Empty. Eclectic potting table with a conjuration. Herbology. Eclectic potting. Composters. Large potting. Eclectic. Scientific potting. Botanical potting. Eclectic. Gothic potting table with a large pot. Potting table budget. 5 out of 7. Gothic potting table with a large pot. A Gothic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Scientific Gothic potting table. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. Gothic potting table with a large eclectic potting table with a large pot. Potting table budget. 6 out of 7. Conjuration. Large potting wall hanging. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small conjuration. Herbology. Gothic potting table with a Gothic potting eclectic potting table budget. 6 out of 7. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that eclectic potting table with a small pot. An potting table budget. 6 out of 7. Eclectic potting table with a small potting table budget. 7 out of 7. Conjuration, but scientific potions. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table. Small planter. Empty. Dittany. The leaves of this medicinal herb are used in Wiggenweld potion. Dittany. Potting table. Mandrake. Fluckweed. Fluckweed. Potting table. Small planter. Mandrake. A magical plant. Dittany. Dittany.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify.
Potion station. Empty. Circle button. Back. Wiggenweld potion. Aids in healing and restore. Potting table. Potion station. Empty. Circle by Edurus Mac Thunderbrew. Max Thunderbrew. Maxima potion. Witten Maxima potion. Potion state Maxima Witten Maxima potion. Conjuration. Potion small scientific hopping eclectic hopping pot. An eclectic little pot that will periodically brew a random potion. Gothic hopping pot. A small gothic potion station. A small potion station budget. 4 out of 7. Small gothic potion station. A small gothic potion station budget. 5 out of 7. Resources required. Moonstone. 300 out of 2. Triangle button. Undo. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Circle button. Backslash, hold, exit. Selected space is currently occupied. Select potion station budget. 6 out of 7. Conjuration. Potions. Conjuration. Circle but potion small scientific small botanic small gothic potion station budget. 5 out of 7. Small gothic potion station. A small gothic potion station with 1 burner for brewing potions. Resources required. Moonstone. 300 out of 2. Small gothic potion station. Triangle button. Undo. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Potion station budget. 6. Conjuration. Wall hangings. Conjuration. Small eclectic potion station budget. 5 out of 7. Small eclectic potion station. A small eclectic potion station with 1 burner for brewing potions. Small gothic potion station. Red. Green. Potion station budget. 6 out of 7. Resources required. Moonstone. 298 out of 2. Triangle. Conjure. Small botanical potions. Small gothic potion station. A small gothic potion station with 1 burner for brewing red. Green. Potion station. Potion station. Gothic central floor. Small gothic potion station. A small gothic potion station with 1 burner for brewing potions. Small gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Conjuration. Herbal, small pot, botanical, eclectic potting table with potting table budget. 7 out of 7. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Resources required. Moonstone. 298 out of 2. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Triangle button. Undo. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Conjuration. Utility. Potting table. Empty. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button, R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Selected space is currently occupied. Selected space is currently occupied. Selected space is currently occupied. Object not inside playable space. Selected space is currently occupied. Object not inside playable space. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic pot. Eclectic potting table with a eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Confirm. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button, R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button, R1 button. Niffler and Witch Portrait. A vibrant painting depicting a witch and her beloved pet Niffler. Niffler and Witch Portrait. Cross button. Confirm. Down button, up button. Change size. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Selected space is currently occupied. Gazing witch portrait. A portrait of a contemplative witch, gazing into the distance. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potion. Small Gothic Small Gothic potion station. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Confirm. L1. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button R1 button. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Selected space is currently occupied. Botanical standing. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Small Gothic. Gothic floor. Gothic floor. Small Gothic. Small Gothic potion station. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Object not inside playable space. Botanical standing light. A botanical stand. Gazing wizard portrait. A mysterious painting depicting a young wizard gazing into a ball. Gazing wizard portrait. Oval mirror. An oval-shaped mirror. Nurse and baby portrait. A painting of a nurse leaning over a cradle. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button R1 button. Rotate. Small Gothic potion station. A small Gothic potion station with one burner for brewing potions. Small Gothic potion station. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button R1 button. Rotate object. Gothic central floor. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button, R1 button. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Cross button. Confirm. Desk of description. A desk which can be used to identify unknown pieces of gear and their properties. Green. Cross button. Confirm. L1 button, R1 button. Rotate object. L2 button. Hold, disable snapping. Object not inside playable space. Selected space is currently occupied. Selected space is currently occupied. Conjuration. Small scientific hopping pot. Eclectic hopping pot. An small eclectic potion station. Utility. Herbal. Utility. Scientific material refine. Enchanted loom. Scientific material refine. Botanical material. Gothic material. Eclectic material refiner. Rugs. Potions. Small scientific hop, botanical hop potion stations, herbology, small botanical pot, botanical potting, gothic potting table with a large pot. A gothic eclectic potting table budget. 7 out of 7. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Conjuration. Utility. Potting table. Small planter. Mandrake. Empty. Conjuration. Herbology. Large potting table. Gothic eclectic potting table budget. 6 out of 7. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Potting table budget. Conjuration. Utility. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. Eclectic potting table with a eclectic potting table with a large pot. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Eclectic potting table with a small pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a small pot. Eclectic potting table.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Conjuration. Furniture. Table, tape, deck, Quidditch pitch table, small eclectic tape, conjuration budget. The conjuration budget in small Gothic table. Small eclectic table. Resources required. Moonstone. 301 out. Resources required. Moonstone. Conjuration. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Eclectic potting table.
Brilliant!
Potting table. Potting table. Large plant. Gothic floor. Eclectic potting table with a large pot. An eclectic potting table perfect for growing a plant that requires a large pot. Potting table. Large planter. Dittany. The leaves of fluckweed. Dittany. Dittany. The leaves of this potting table. Potting table. Mandrake. Mandrake.
Lumos.
Circle but Lumo. Conjuration. Scientific, botanical hopping pot, eclectic hopping pot. An eclectic little pot that will periodically brew a random potion. Moonstone. 299 out of 30. Hopping pot budget. 0 out of 3. Conjured. Purchased from Tomes and Scrolls. Utility. Map. Floo-Flames locations. South Hogwarts region. Floo-Flames Hogsmeade. Collection chests. Tomes. Cross button. Remove waypoint.
Hello there, come on in. Plenty to look at here.
Tomes and Duncan Poster Spellcraft. Shopping Station Spellcraft. Beast Toy Box. Beast Feeder Spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a Hopping Pot Spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a hopping pot. This type of magical little pot will periodically brew a randomly selected material. Duncan Poster Spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a Duncomposter. Use it to create fertilizer that can be used to increase the yield of a seeded plant. Sleek dueling gloves. Extraordinary elf-made ivory gloves. Superb. Required level. 23. Sleek dueling gloves. Extraordinary. Brew forest rivet gloves. Well appointed. Required level. Druid wolf cape. Sleek dueling glove. Whimsical sorcerer hat. Extraordinary. Required level. Shopping Station Spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a hopping pot spellcraft. Potting table with 5 small T-shaped medium potion pot beast toy box material popping pot spell potting table with a medium pot spell Duncomposter spell shopping stations beast toy box popping pot spell material potting table with a Duncomposter spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to
let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
you're back. Nice to see you again.
Spintwitches, you weave a broom. A comfortable and speedy broom with wind wisp broom, moon trimmer broom, Hogwarts house broom.
That item
A broom
is of
enchanted
the
to sell a
highest
moon trimmer broom. Finely wind wisp broom, moon trimmer broom. Finely crafted from ash, this broom is built for stability. Wind wisp broom. A stylish broom with a light touch, quite literally. You weave a wind wisp broom,
item is
moon
of the
trimmer broom,
highest
wind wisp
quality.
broom. You weave wind wisp broom. You weave a broom. You weave a broom. A comfortable and speedy broom with a unique woven design. Cost. Sell items. Sleek dueling gloves. Extraordinary.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Spintwitches sporting needs.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Spintwitch sell items. Dark flat cap. Wellpoint, Druid
Nice
Wolf
doing
Cave.
business with you.
Extra.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Spintwitch.
Revelio.
Seridwood. Circle but
Revelio. Revelio.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books
Tombs and
to
Duncan
stoke a
Poster
curious
spellcraft.
mind
Shopping
like
station.
yours.
Hopping pot spellcraft. Chopping station spellcraft. Unlocks the ability to conjure a chopping station. This station periodically produces a plant byproduct, so keep an eye on it. Cost. 1,500. Galleons. Cross button. Purchase.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Map. Hogsmeade. Cladrags with challenges. Exploration. Exploration. 11 pop 5 sets. Collect all traces from 2A. Pop 5 sets of. Collect all. Pop 10 sets of. Solve 6 Merlin trials. 5 out of 6. Invent collections. Challenges. Overall progress. 26%. Cross button. Level. Talents. Dark arts. Dark arts. Imperio Mastery. Curse Sapper. Avada Kedavra Master. Curse Sapper. Defeat. Crucio Mastery. Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio. Slowing curse. Enduring curse. Knockback curse. Flipendo has the Dark arts. Spells. Defendo Mastery. Defendo Cast. Bombarder Master. Descendo Core. Stealth. Sense of secrecy 2. Room of requirement. Headache. The fertilizer. Invisibility potion. Edurus potion potency. Thunderbrew potency. The focus potion potency. Noxious. Dark arts. 0 level. Inventory. Map. Inventory. 15. 9, 5. Fwooper feather. Level. Collections. Wand. Conjuration. Conjurations. 21 out of 140. Decorations and gameplay station. Unknown. You have yet to trade, wand handle, conjure, Revelio pages. 60 out of 150. Field guide pages discovered with Revelio, that reveal interesting facts about the world around you. Revelio pages can be found in Hogwarts, Hogsmeade, and special Highlands locations. Aubrey skeleton. This is a Hogsmeade. The only all-wizard inventory. Gear, headwear. Equipped item. Byzantine headwear. Equipped item. Byzantine beret. Superb. Required level. Collections. Talent. Collections. Wand handles. Conjure ingredients. 13 conjure ingredient. Brooms. 5 out, Night Dancer broom, Lickety Swift broom. Designed with aerodynamics in mind, this broom will make travel a breeze. Night Dancer broom. A nimble broom with an impressive style. Unknown. You have yet to discover this. Keep exploring the world to unlock all of its secrets. Level 22. Circle button. Map, Hogsmeade. Collection check, Fluflame's locations. Hogwarts, secret room, exit. The map chamber, the astronomy, exit, the astronomy wing, the map chamber, the astronomy, Professor Garlick's assignment 2. I should return to Professor Garlick, Professor Garlick's assignment 2, the library Anne, Greenhouse.
I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done! If you'd like to practice a bit more...
Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
The knockback jinx, Flipendo, like Accio, is a force spell, capable of dispelling violet. Sounds lovely. I expected a fun.
Forgive me, I was sure you must have been raised in the countryside.
I used to dream of just that. But it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time, and whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library my first days here.
It takes some getting used to. It's a shame people weren't kinder.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
Oh, but I've given you the wrong impression. On the contrary, I was shown great kindness. In fact, a 7th year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
How fortunate.
I was indeed. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
Circle but Lumos. Utility Lumos. Disillusionment. Wingardium Leviosa R2 button. Hold to assign. Triangle button R2 button. Circle but Lumos. Utility. Allows you to see in dark. Triangle button R2 button. Triangle button. Assign top. Circle button. Assign Flipendo. Force. Flips objects and R2 button. R2 button. Hold to assign. Circle button. R2. Cross button. Map. Floo flames locate quests. The map chamber. Brother's keeper. Bardolph allegedly practiced dark map. Follow the butterflies. Eva's Eve maneuver. The Daedalian keys. Flight test. Coast of our love. Flight test. The map. Cross button. Level 22.
for all eternity.
I was hoping to see you.
Incendio! You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toad.
Why would you want to take toads?
To a cave under the lake. And that's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way, and a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal, as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock, should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
I do.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the Portkey, and of trials you'd created for one who sees traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news, indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I believe I have.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll see you there. Do you know anything about the tower?
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
I'll see you there.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful. And do not tell anyone where you're going.
Map. Flue Flames locate Hogwarts. Hogsmeade. Collection, the Highlands. Enemy level, the Highlands. Enemy level. 1 to 20. Collection chests. Maranwy, the Highlands. the Highland. Hogwarts, South Hogwarts, Hogwarts Valley. South, for quests. The map chamber. The portrait of Professor Rackham would like another level. Inventory. Level 23. Talents. Dark Arts. Dark Arts. Purchase Avada Kedavra Mastery. Killing an Crucio Mastery. Slowing Curse. Enduring Curse. Imperio Mastery. Curse Sapper. Defeat Curse Sapper. Defeating a cursed enemy restores some of your health. Required level 22. Circle button. Back. Blood Curse. Dealing damage to a cursed knockback curse. Flipendo has the disarming curse. Expect Core. Wiggenweld Potency I. Wiggenweld Potency 2. Stupefy Mastery. Revelio Mastery. Increase Protego Mastery. Perfect Protect Stupefy Expertise. Stupefy deals direct damage. Protego Mastery. Perfect Protego releases a damaging blast that breaks enemy shields. Dark Arts. Core. 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 Stealth. 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 Room of Requirement. Fertilizer. Edurus Potion. Invisibility Potion. Maximum. Dark Arts. 0 out of 10. Level. Challenges. Quests. Percival Rackham's Trial. Cross button. Level. Quests. Map. Flue Flames Locations. The Bell Tower Wing. The Bell Tower Wing of Hogwarts, comprising the Bell Tower entrance hall, South Hogwarts region. The Highlands, Hogwarts map, Northford Bog, Sandbach.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation.
Map, South Hogsmeade, Northford Bog. Challenges. Exploration. Northford Bog. For Hogsmeade Valley, Hogsmeade. Collection chests, Northford Bog. Flue Flames Locations. Hogwarts. Hogsmeade map, Secret Room, the Astronomy Wing. The Bell Tower Wing. Collection chests, Flying Club. Crossbuck.
What are you doing out here?
Challenging you to a game of Summoner's Court. I think it's time you faced a real opponent, outside of Ronan's little lesson in charms class. Summoner's Court isn't just a game. It's a battle of skill. A test of a witch or wizard's mettle. What say?
Very well.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Brilliant! Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio.
Level 23.
Didn't think you were a match for me. Accio. Try to beat that.
Level. Map. Flue Flames Locations. Level. 20. Quests. Madam Koggawa's Assignment 1. Tracking unavailable. Level. Challenges. 20.
I've seen worse. Accio. Missed the mark a bit on that one. Wait, did I win? I won! We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
I'm game.
I'm game for another round.
Grand! You could use the practice. Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. Nothing to it. Accio. All in the wrist. Didn't think you were a match for me. Accio. Try to beat that. I've seen worse. We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
I'm game for another round.
Grand. You could use the practice. Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. Nothing to it. Accio. All in the wrist. Missed the mark a bit on that one. Accio.
Level 23.
Try to beat that. We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
I'm game.
I'm game.
Crap. Summoner's Court. The ever-changing game. Accio. Nothing to it. Lucky shot. Accio. Not bad. Not bad. Accio. All in the wrist. I'll let you have that one. We should have bet a few galleons on that round. Care to go again?
I'm game. Not now.
Another time, perhaps.
Can't say I blame you. Perhaps come back when you're a bit more prepared to beat someone of my skill.
Crossbar. Map. Flue Flames locations. Quests. Brothers Keep. Madam Cogger. Percival Madam Crossbuck level. Map. Map. Flue Flames location. Quests. Eva's Ive maneuver. Madam Twiddle mentioned the statue. Greville spoke of his southwest of Irondale near some ruin. Madam Cogger was assignment 1. Madame Kogawa has conjured a number of balloons around the Hogsmeade station and the Quidditch pitch. She wants me to use my broom to reach and pop them. Pop balloon, level, inventory. Gear.
Revelio.
Map, the Highlands, North, South Hogwarts, the Highland, South the High, Hogwarts, the Highlands. Enemy level 10 to 30. Collection chests.
Revelio. Brilliant.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Revelio.
Dear Ma.
Madam Kogawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
I did. Not really, I did.
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Circle but Lumos. Utility. Triangle. Click R2 button. Glacius is a control spell that freezes enemies in their tracks. Circle but Lumos. Glacius. R2 but Circle but Lumos. Utility. Glacius. Control. Levioso. Control. Lumos. Utility. Triangle button. Up.
Protego. Places.
There you go. Catching them quickly.
Wingardium Leviosa.
I think it's learned its lesson, but do continue to practice as long as you like. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
Dear Madam Kogawa, I'm writing to do with Professor Black's decision.
Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo.
Cross button.
Confringo. Incendio. Leviosa. Protego. Stupefy. 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 Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Volta. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Glacier. Protego. Stupefy. Confringo. Vingo. Incendio. Stupefy. Levioso. Glacier. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Glacier. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Leviosa. Volta. Defendo.
Crossbutt.
Expelliarmus. Defendo. Leviosa. Accio. Defendo.
Map, the Highland, South Hogwarts region, Hogsmeade. The Three Brooms, South Hogwarts Floo Flames locations. The Great, the Grand Staircase, Slytherin Common.
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm.
Circle Lumos.
Objects or people in mid
Quests. Owlpost. Prefect quests. Madam Cogger's assignment to. Madam Cogger wants me to practice flying on my broom near Cambridge Tower, along the water to the south of Hogwarts. She also wants me to cross button. Untrack quest. Owlpost. Professor Heck map. Floo Flames locations. Hogsmeade secret rooms. The room.